If you're new to photography, please heed my words. YouTube is the worst place to learn to be a photographer. And in this video, I'll explain why. And yeah, I see the irony here since you're also watching a YouTube video. Hey everyone, it's Michael. I'm a commercial and advertising photographer who has shot for global brands such as Tesla, HSBC, and Ferrari over the past 20-something years. And I'm not just saying this to boast about my credentials, but rather to emphasize that I worked on significant campaigns with talented and creative clients, an experience that has given me a good understanding of what it takes to be a professional photographer. From this perspective, I find YouTube a really confusing place for anyone wanting to learn about photography, especially if you want to shoot professionally. Just look at the most popular photography YouTube channels out there by subscriber count. The Northrops, Frono's Photo, Petapixel, Kaiman Wong. It's overwhelmingly clear that equipment review videos dominate their content. Comparisons and reviews of the latest cameras and lenses are abundant. This can easily mislead beginners into thinking that photography is primarily about the equipment you use. And I understand that we all need a camera to shoot. However, I disagree with the excessive emphasis on equipment that is prevalent on YouTube, and have two main points to offer a different perspective based on my industry experience. The first point, let's talk about the full-time YouTuber. Now, I'm a full-time photographer with a part-time YouTube channel. I may not have this perfectly figured out, so I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. But the way I see it, full-time YouTubers like these big channels make their living as YouTubers, so naturally they want to maximize their income. And gear reviews are a great way to do it. There's always new equipment to test, providing a constant stream of content ideas. These reviews also tend to attract a lot of views, which lead to more ad revenues. And as their channel grow, companies may notice and offer brand deals, further increasing their income. So from a business perspective, I understand why gear review videos are a popular choice. I'm not saying gear reviews are bad. They can be helpful for viewers making purchase decisions like they have for me. However, I believe we need more balance in the content. Photography channels should offer viewers a better understanding of photography as a whole. I'm trying to do this on my small channel, but it's challenging to compete with the constant barrage of new gear videos, especially when the embargo lifts for a new camera announcement, for example. My second point is simply called, who cares? And I don't mean who cares is not important, but rather, who actually cares about photography equipment? The answer is simply only the photographer. Photography is about creating images, right? Do I even need to say this? If you're a photographer watching this, you probably share your work. And when you do, people will judge it. Some will like it, some won't. But regardless, viewers will form an opinion, and this opinion is not based on the equipment you used. Viewers don't care about your gear. They only care about the final product. They won't notice the difference between a super sharp lens, a creamy background blur, or a high megapixel sensor. While there are differences between good and great equipment, these differences are primarily noticeable only to the photographer and don't significantly impact the overall quality of a photograph as a piece of art. In all my years as a professional photographer, not a single client has asked me about my equipment. I remember meeting with the global creative director for Lexus Automobiles. After looking through my portfolio, shot with Phase 1 cameras and Breezer lighting, he stopped at 3 images and said, "These are amazing. These are my favorite." And the camera I used, a modest Canon EOS M5 with its kit lens. He was focused on the final product, not the tools used to create it. Similarly, restaurant customers are concerned only about the food, not the specific knife or pan used to prepare it. I wish the photography community prioritized great photography in the same way. But until that happens, what are the best options for learning photography? Well, like most valuable things, you have to pay to play. A photography workshop can provide practical knowledge, or you can find a mentor or photography consultant, often available through online video chats. I've been offering this service for about 18 months, and I've worked with clients from all over the world, from New Zealand to the USA, parts of Europe, to even Kuwait. My email's in the description below. So instead of spending money on your next lens or camera body, consider investing in a course or mentor who can actually improve your photography far more than any piece of gear can. And my final thought is this. Like some of you, I started my photography journey obsessed with equipment, thinking that better gear would automatically lead to better photos. Shin Sugino, my mentor at the time, is a successful commercial and fine art photographer who primarily shot with the Fujifilm GX680. And when I asked him if the lenses of that Fuji were any good, he simply said, "They're fucking amazing," and then told me I shouldn't really worry about it. Really good advice, Shin. I'm just paying it forward now. See you next time.